is starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Okay, ready?
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
That's complete to John Ross. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd down, here's Willis. That's caught. It's Shi Smith.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
The Giants and the Texans last year, if you go by the numbers, the 2 poorest offenses in the NFL. The Giants 31st in total yardage, and the Texans dead last.
Now this throw caught left side. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Play action. Here's Willis.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Kayvon Thibodeau
able to record his 5th sack of the season. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
2nd down, Willis looks to throw here.
Smith catches left side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They've gotten into the 4 on this opening drive, and now they face a 3rd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. Elliott is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Tackled by the quarterback, Derek Stingley. The Giants at 3-5, 2 games under 500, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Jones' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Throwing Jones. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
They go play action with Willis.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
It'll be a loss of 15 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. The connecting here with DJ Shark. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Elliott, toss right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call VCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Let's go. They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here.
And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Trenton Cannon with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Come 19, back 60.
To throw is Taylor. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Here's Taylor. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 28 yards. And the Giants are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try, good there. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd and 11 now. Willis gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
But no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Taylor. Sideline throw, it's
It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case, the feet.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down, here's Barkley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Taylor. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Cannon. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down. They go again with Cannon. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 24, Willis over the middle. That's caught by Mechie.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
3rd and 2, Willis. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Third down, it's Willis. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake.
That being clearly overthrowing the tight end. They wouldn't even let me switch on Ross to go kick.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Robinson's got it. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Taylor's throw taken in by Chark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Taylor. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the 2nd half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, the receiver streaking down the field, and you know everyone was thinking, oh, and he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
McLeonard Williams there on the stop.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Now Willis.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And the Giants are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Taylor to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
19 right. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hey.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They start on the ground with Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A first down carry by Elliott.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll look to Willis to throw.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Giants are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Taylor. He's got Bellinger. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Now it's Taylor. This is caught by Robinson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They don't like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Okay, ready?
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's 2nd and 10.
Warriors 70, hustle, hustle, hustle.
Now it's Taylor. To Barkley on the check down. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Up the middle with Barkley.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Taylor.
Caught on the slant. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Gano for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And Parker, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch it in that spot.
Now, when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game,
I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks him, and the Texans are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Willis gets his shot in overtime. They'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Up the middle, here's Elliott. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5 now. Willis dancing to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Inside give to Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now Willis on 4th down. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Texans are going to win the football game.